It's been a while, but I wanted to take the time to hop on here and just check in and just share with you some of the things that I've been noticing and that have been working, and some of the things that maybe that haven't been working, and just kind of talk about whatever comes up for a few minutes. One thing that I'm learning is that it's through processing that we're able to break cycles and change behaviors. When we don't allow ourselves to process things, whether there's something that happened 20 years ago or 20 minutes ago, we are not able to move forward into a new energy. And because of that, we keep experiencing the same things over and over, and we feel like we're being controlled. I'm hearing people say that they're demons, they're aliens, there are God, destiny, all these things that are keeping us from what it is that we're really hoping to experience here. And what I feel like I have accepted for myself is it's none of those things. It's been my unwillingness to notice what I'm doing and how that is affecting my experience. Am I getting upset? Am I deciding there is no problem? Am I deciding there's a huge problem? Am I deciding there's no solution? Am I afraid of the solution? Um, is it more comfortable to avoid the challenge? That would, you say you want something, and then a challenge shows up. And if you meet that challenge, on the other side of it is the thing that you want. But many of us aren't willing to meet the challenge. And then we say we're being controlled by some outside force. Well, no, you are just not playing the game. You are wanting the thing without being willing to win the level that unlocks you access to that thing. What I'm learning is that maturity, accountability, appreciation, willingness to reflect, willingness to be vulnerable, willingness to ask questions and be curious, willingness to show up authentically. That was a good one. Um, Willingness to laugh at ourselves when we stumble over our words or whatever thing it is that we do that makes us feel silly. Instead of taking it so seriously, what if we just let it be what it is? There is a time that I would have had to re-record this video 14 times because I say the wrong thing and I get tongue twisted a lot. Sometimes I'm being attacked by a butterfly who just seems to want to share my energy right now. Sometimes I get tongue-tied. Sometimes I have a little bit of a speech impediment and I slur my words. Sometimes I think, sometimes I say things backwards. But you know what? It all comes out in the wash. What I know is that I live in the 3D world where my voice is needed, but I come from a place where I'm not supposed to have to talk so much to be heard. And so sometimes that in itself really creates a barrier for me. I want you to be able to know what I know because I know it. Unfortunately, here in the 3D, that is very rare. to be connected to someone that deeply that they just know what you're thinking. Or to be able to be that vulnerable and to open your thoughts and your heart to someone enough so that they just know what you're thinking. So, it's just being present. I think the one thing that this summer is teaching me again and again and again is that life is happening right now. It's happening right now. If you're wanting a happily ever after, you better create it for yourself every day. Every day. And, there are a lot of barriers to that in my life right now. And I'm really taking stock of that. What of those barriers are self-created? What of those barriers are challenges for me to rise higher? What is going on and why is it going on? And what am I willing to do to make it different? What can I do to make it different? And maybe I can't do what's needed just yet, but I can begin to move toward it. Being able to be okay with where I am right now and trusting myself to take one step, one foot in front of the other until I get where I'm going. That seems to be the pay dirt for now. And you know what? The anxiety has calmed down. The exhaustion is getting better all the time. And I'm finding time to sit in the sun, to paint, to have a garden, to have flowers, not just at home, but also at work. All the things that I always said, I'm now putting those things into practice. I've known them for a long time, but it's taken me a long time to figure out the doing part. And what I know for sure is a lot of that is resistance that came from programming, that people who genuinely meant me well gave to me. And part of deconstructing that programming is honoring the fact that that person loved me and meant well, but the information they gave me was not accurate. And it may have been accurate at the time they gave it to me, it may have been accurate for them, but it never took me where I wanted to go. And so thanks for your good advice, but I'll take it from here. And I just feel blessed. I feel blessed to be in this place where I finally feel free to be in charge of my life. Come what may. Come what may. There's not one thing that I'm afraid of. And that is an empowering, beautiful place to be. And I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for those of you who are on this journey with me and who share energy with me and who hold space for not only my transformation, but the transformation of so many of us. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for being with me today. I hope these words have brought you some sort of level up in some way, whether that's just peace of mind or something to think about or consider, or just reassurance that we're all headed in the right direction. We may be on different parts of the path. We might be on completely different paths right now. But what I know is that all paths lead to the kingdom. And ultimately, we are all headed to the kingdom. Namaste.